group of House Republicans walked out on a meeting recently for a reason that you really wouldn't expect. So Representative Rick Allen is a Republican of Georgia, and he made a lot of people pretty uncomfortable. So Raw Story explains here. Allen allegedly opened the meeting by reciting an unidentified biblical verse condemning homosexuality. He also allegedly suggested that some of the legislators present were opposing Christianity because they supported anti-discrimination protections for LGBT Americans. An unidentified party aide said Allen's actions made, quote, a lot of members clearly uncomfortable and upset. All right, so let me set the table for you here. Here's what happens. You have this Republican meeting. Everybody's getting together. They're going to talk about these issues where most of them pretty much agree. And you got this guy, Representative Rick Allen of Georgia. He stands up, he's like, all right, now, let me tell y'all something about what's happening here in Washington, D.C., and it's not okay. See, I got this Bible verse. I'm going to read it to you. He goes through, he quotes it, and he's like, I want everybody to know here that y'all in defiance of the Lord Almighty, your Savior, Jesus Christ. You understand? And therefore, if you vote for this bill, which allows us to treat gay people with decency and respect, you done fucked up. Jesus wants you to spit in their eye. The Bible's very clear on this. How dare you not listen to your goddamn religion? So it was so bad that other Republicans were like, what the fuck, dude? And some of them got up and walked out. Okay, this is hilarious because it shows a clear divide in the Republican Party. You have those Republicans which are only just total sellouts to Wall Street in every imaginable way. They're just there to be puppets of their donors. Those are the ones who likely walked out. Then you have the true believers, the actual Kool-Aid drinkers. You know, people apparently like Representative Rick Allen. Louis Gohmert is another one. We're going to get to a story on him later, where they're like, oh no, I'm really listening for messages from the Easter Bunny and Jesus Christ and Santa Claus. And all these things is real. Noah had the ark with all the animals. And believe me, he got all the animals on the ark. We had all the elephants and whatnot hanging out with the mosquitoes, hanging out with the gnats. This is what it was. They didn't eat each other. And don't worry, I know a climate for a tiger isn't the same as one for a polar bear, but somehow Noah got a freezer on the ark, and he helped out the polar bears like that. And I know the ark was too big to even be built by humanity because the dimensions don't work, but he built it anyway. So don't worry about none of the details. He done saved the world. That's what he did. And Louis Gohmert's right there. Preach on, preach on. I love being a fundamentalist and controlling other people's lives. Isn't it just dandy? So when you have the other Republicans who are Wall Street sellouts, who I agree with on almost nothing, when even they go, dude, you guys are too fucking religious. You know you went too far. You know you went too far. You know how we say, like, for example, in Iran, it's an Islamist government. It's a theocracy based on Shia Islam. Well, when I look at guys like Representative Rick Allen or Louis Gohmert, we have the term Islamist for them. Why not have Christianist? And by the way, maybe I'm saying this and other people have already beat me to it. I really don't know because it seems like such a simple thing that other people obviously had to come up with it first. But that's what these guys are. They're Christianists. They're like, I'm base everything on Jesus, and if you don't, you're wrong. And then hilariously, these are the same people who will scream about how the goddamn liberals don't follow the Constitution. Bitch, you just violated the First Amendment to the Constitution. You just decided we're going to have one religion rule all of us. Well, the Constitution says the opposite of that. We're a secular country. The government shall not establish a religion. That's in the First Amendment. But they don't care about any of that. Why? Because Jesus and the Easter Bunny and whatnot, they're on our side. And we got to make sure that we don't give the gays any rights because it's the moral thing to do. Be a dick to gay people is super moral.